So I'm going to talk through the process of digitizing my vinyl. First thing to say is that I have my outputs from my amplifier, my left and right outputs going into this device, which is something I bought. It's called a U-Control. It's by Behringer and it's a UCA 222. You can pop some headphones in there to listen to it while you're recording, but this is the USB powered device that is where the magic happens, I suppose. That's what's necessary. Now that plugs into my laptop, and from the amplifier to my laptop, that makes that connection. So that's the first thing you need. Okay, so here we go. I'm filming the screen, so it's not ideal, but I think it will help illustrate the process of digitizing an album. So as I mentioned, I've got the U-Control device plugged in through the USB socket on my laptop. I've got Audacity on my laptop, but before we launch Audacity, the first thing to check is the sound settings. So I'm going to go down to the taskbar and click on the arrow going upwards. Hopefully this will. So there's a speaker icon there. This is the sound settings. Now I right click on that, and from the right click menu choose sounds. This should bring up the sounds dialog. Right, here it is. Just move that into the more of a center position. And what you want to do is go to the recording tab and just make sure that the recording device, the microphone, is set to the USB audio codec, which is the U-Control device. So that's fine. So I've just clicked on that, and that should activate the properties button down in the bottom here. So that's now active. So if I click on properties for that, what I need to do then into this microphone properties is just go to the advanced tab and make sure that this select default drop down is saying 2 channel 16-bit 44100 Hertz CD quality. Okay, so just make sure that that is the setting. When I first started recording albums, I hadn't checked this, and it was only recording on one channel, so it wasn't giving me the right quality, so I had to re-record all the albums that I did. So I had to re-record like 5 albums, so always worth checking that. So I always do that every time I boot up the laptop. Now we can go to Audacity. Okay, so now I'm in Audacity. What I want to do is just have a look at the audio setup. Open up that menu. Just check the recording device is the USB audio codec, and that the recording channels is set to 2 for stereo. Now I hover over the record button and go to the turntable, make sure that everything is queued up on the turntable. So now I'm going to just drop the stylus onto the vinyl and close the lid and then hit record. That's now recording. I'm just going to minimize that now, and I just keep it minimized. So I've just pressed stopped, and I've taken the record off the stylus off the turntable because it's just got to the end of side 1. I've turned over, and so the turntable is ready. So what I do now is I use the Fit Project to Window button, and I don't know if you can see that there, but there was a song that had a bit of a mark on the record. So I'm going to have to do a bit of repair on that piece of audio. I had to lift the stylus up a couple of times. So you can see a couple of breaks in that song. So that song I need to edit later on. But carrying on with the recording, I'm going to go to the the end, so the cursor is now right at the end of side 1. Get ready on record, and then I'm just going to drop the stylus down. That's all going again, so now I can minimize that and just wait for side 2 to finish. Okay, so that's the end of side 2. I'm just going to stop recording in Audacity and fit the project to the screen, and then you can see I've got 2 sides of the record, and now all I have to do is take the stylus off the record and save this file. I'm now going to edit the vinyl album I captured using Audacity in the Audacity program itself. First of all, I have to find and open the file I saved previously. The album I'm opening is called Every Man Has a Woman, and this one is actually a compilation album of songs sung by various artists to celebrate the 50th birthday of Yoko Ono. With the file open, the first thing I'm going to do is add some album metadata. I open the Edit menu and choose the Metadata Editor option. Then I just fill in the information I have in each of the fields. When I'm done, I click OK. Next, I want to mark where each track begins. I use the Fit Project to Window button to see the whole project, and this helps me to see the silent parts between the songs. I'm going to use the Skip to Start button and then zoom in a bit to see what's at the start of the track. I don't like this sound of the stylus dropping onto the vinyl, and I don't want too much of the run-in track either. When I think I've found the right place to start, I click inside the track to move the selection point to that area. Now I have found the start of the song. I add a label using the keyboard control and B keys. This adds a label at the selection point, which should be the start of the song. You can do this with the Edit menu, but pressing the Control and B key is much faster, I find. Just repeat this for every track and you end up with something like this that you can see on the screen. All of the tracks now have labels to identify where they start, and the project has a label track. Trim the last song on each side of your vinyl so that you cut out the run-out track that goes around the label in the middle of each record. So let's recap. I've added album metadata and I've labeled the start of each song. Next, I want to export the songs, but I want each file to use the labels I've added as the file names. And the songs will also inherit the album metadata. And to export the songs then, I open up the File menu and select the Export Audio option. Choose an output folder for the songs to be saved in, then choose a format. I don't want to lose any audio quality after having taken all this time to digitize the albums, so I'm going to choose FLAC, which is a lossless format. In the audio options, choose stereo, 44,100 Hz sample rate, 16-bit level 5. I don't personally change these options. Then under the export range, choose multiple files. In the split files based on section, choose labels. And in the name files, choose numbering before label, track name. Then just hit the export button and watch the files being created. Once the export is complete, you'll see a list of all the files created. These are the songs from your vinyl record. You can now copy the folder into the folder structure of your music library in Foobar 2000 as an album. And then the only thing left is to add some album artwork, and then you're done. In Foobar 2000, you can search and it will pick up the metadata that you added in Audacity. So searching on things like the song title or the album title or the artist should help you find the music that you've just added. Just to finish off this video, I want to share again information about the device that makes digitizing my vinyl collection possible. Here is the page on the UK Amazon site, and you can see it's pretty inexpensive for what it is. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like and consider subscribing to my channel for more handy hints and tips. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just pop them into the comments. Thanks a lot.